Okay, so let's continue. You'll notice that I've changed the layout slightly because I'd like to demonstrate that PDF. So let's have a little bit of a conversation. Something I'd like to show you is when we go out of the shift editor and come back into the shift editor, notice that the number of shifts has returned. The reason is it filters reset, they automatically turn off. So if we went back to site A, and then we toggle off, you can see that the shifts are available for that. And of course, we can also change and change our keywords or shift groups. That's fine. We have a lot of options to be able to filter by. Plus, the more keywords you add, the more options it will appear. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to demonstrate how PDF and calendar PDF work. So let's go back here and first of all, let's extend this recurrence out until the end of the month. That way it'll show up nicely as a calendar. Okay, there we go. Now, what I'd also like to do is let's assign some people to that shift and then let's recur it. So let's add a worker. We can add maybe Barney. And Barney, let's put him in that state for now. And then let's also add Pebbles. Okay. Now I could set them as different. So let's maybe see what that looks like. I've now set Barney as having accepted and Pebbles has being in design mode. In other words, Pebbles doesn't know there's a shift available. And what happens if we click back on the shift and we save that? Do we want to save the series? And the answer is yes. And what happens is that setting and state, of course, will appear in each one of the shifts. Now, what I've done here is I've created a fictional shift for a month. In this particular case, what we could do is we could take the sort off and we could filter all of the shifts for the month. But let's say we wanted to filter just based on, say, for instance, this particular case, site A that we just created. Maybe what we want to do is print the working schedule for what we've got set for site A for the month of February. In that case, we'd go to Cal PDF and notice that that report is automatically downloaded. And when we open it, we get to see in calendar mode the shift information and we get to see who is scheduled for that. Now notice that there is a line, and the line means, under Barney's name, the line means that there is a spot available. Now, if we go back and we look at a different kind of PDF, we can do a PDF like this just based on the information that's in this window. In other words, we sort the information and then we use that information in a PDF. So in this particular case, it's a different layout. We can see the different status. So Barney has accepted and Pebbles is in design mode. The advantage to this style is perhaps at an event or at a site, you'd like to have your workers sign in. They'd actually be able to sign if you printed this out. The other option is because it's PDF, you could very easily attach it to an email and send it out to workers and staff alike. So that gives you an example of how we can use some of the buttons once we have a number of shifts to deal with. There's some real power in how we display that information for workers and for other staff and administrators. And the more we have, the more important the idea is about setting filters. And part of that is thinking about your shifts and adding keywords that will help you to filter out through what could be hundreds of shifts at a later date.